Hello. Oh God.
God, what is a cursed one?
Okay. That was bad. That was bad.
Yeah. Same time.
Hello,
Internet.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Welcome back to Jams by Jyesh. I'm Jyesh.
And I'm K-Hi.
And
I'm scared of ping pong.
yes, he is.
I'm scared of ping pong.
We are here today for another JamsCast. You excited, K-Hi?
I am very excited. It's been a while.
Very excited.
I don't know how long it's. I'm sorry. I went running a little bit earlier, and I'm a little bit like, just because it's very warm out. And it wasn't even that long a run, but I think today I haven't been hydrating right. But I'm glad to be. It hasn't been a while for them as well as for me.
It's been I think a week in this case.
Yeah, we didn't.
Maybe 2 weeks.
We didn't record in advance.
Yeah, the month of April, it's just been a little.
I was
spotty.
in the Midwest.
You were all over.
It was very nice. I saw some relatives. It was very nice people. I always feel like in the general Midwest is very nice. At least the area I was in, people have a very nice disposition. I was at the Great Lakes. I didn't like how I drove, when we were in a car and then I look outside and it's like, honk if you protest the gay agenda.
Yeah.
Or it was like the transgender agenda or something. But
a lot of that, I imagine.
And, I get to the airport and someone else is like, do you notice like those gentlemen were wearing a lot of dark greens and maybe a little bit of red. So it's not like they're fully going for it, but like it's like almost want to look like Nazis.
Yeah.
I actually don't remember them wearing that, but I think I think I'm going to retroactively remember them that way.
The Midwest is a fun place, isn't it?
Yeah, the fun thing is though is I always find people there compared to the tri-state How does he talk?
Tri-state.
Yeah, compared to that, they're much nicer.
Yeah.
Everywhere, like just in general, in the tri-state area, I always feel like people in general just like, man, okay, yeah, I'll get you your sandwich, but I want to kill you.
Well, I mean, I've told you my thoughts on that, right? Yeah. I think
you've been gaslit.
You could say that. I just think that it's not fake here.
No, I agree. I do like it here. Actually, I don't want. I'm very used to it here, and I think it's got a bad rap, but I'd like to break from it. You know what I mean?
I understand.
We're going to make music.
Let's talk music, right?
Yeah.
What music have you been listening to lately,
What music have I got? I'm going to pull out my phone.
He's whipping it out.
I'm whipping it out.
He's whipping it out.
I can look at my recently listened to.
Yes.
It's funny. I actually went into some of my older playlists because what?
No, there was like a weird thing on the table.
Like a ghost?
Yep.
Like a friendly one that talks?
No. It was like a mean one.
One that goes...
His name was Gasper.
Okay, wait. Cool OSTs. Oh, apparently I listened to Requiem, Mass, and D minor. That's something I listened to. Oh, Green Day, Good Riddance. I was listening to that. Okay. Do you know what a trap royalty is?
Trap royalty.
No, it's apparently this is like a song everyone knows and they just like made it into like a TikTok song.
I don't know if I do.
So I think it's made by the original song's made by like Buddy Wop or something. I don't know if is that the name of the guy.
I don't know.
But
I don't know the song.
I'll play it. Give it a second.
This is Fetty Wap.
Fetty Wap.
And this is it's Trap Queen.
No, it's not. No.
It's called Trap Queen. I'm like, hey, what's up? Hello.
Well, according to this, it's Trap Royalty. I don't know.
Well, that's not
not the version you were expecting.
It's not the version I was expecting.
Okay, that's the version I've been listening to, and it was in some freaking like Invincible like YouTube short where it's just like showing like we need more fights of Adam Eve doing this, and it's just like like the Adam Eve special fast forwarded with that playing. I don't know why it just hits so good for me. But have
you finished Invincible yet?
No. I haven't even seen the special I'm talking about. But I was playing. I was in the car and these people were playing Fetty Wap, and I'm like, oh, that reminds me of hey, search up Trap Royalty, and then they play it and they're like, hey, this is Fetty Wap. I'm like, that's why it sounded similar. And they're also like, why does it sound like this? Why does it sound...
So they had the exact reaction I had.
They were just like, it doesn't sound good. They didn't think it worked well together. Maybe I should listen to the original alone
I mean, I just think the original's an incredible song.
I think I will listen. So I've been listening to Fetty Wap. Let me see what else. There is more.
I'll go on a quick Fetty Wap spiel while you look. Fetty Wap had like a run in the 2010s of just hit song after hit song after hit song, and they've still stood the test of time. Like there's I'm sure if I like sang the choruses for them, you'd know them. But it's just songs I like hear
I like
all
their
the
sound.
time.
I'm gonna get into them.
Yeah, he's just like a really, his music was really just happy, and at a time when it felt like things weren't really going in that direction musically
I
necessarily.
have to say something about Happy.
Okay, interesting.
By
Pharrell Williams.
Pharrell Williams.
The song that we said would be the worst sex song.
So my mom, I was talking to my mom, and she was saying, okay, hi, I just found this song. I just love it. And it's this really happy song. It's from like, I don't know when it's from, but like, it was in that movie Despicable Me. She plays Pharrell Williams. I'm like, Mom, let me, I have a podcast to show you my opinion on this. It's funny because now I'm actually turning around to it a little bit. I think a lot of that was evil. And you're like, I've lost a friend. It's the look you just had.
I tried to hide it. I can't hide my face.
I don't know, not turning it, like, I don't like it, but I feel like if I try to like it a little more and listen to it a little more, I could find myself liking it. There's
a threshold, right?
Yeah.
We crossed the threshold of hearing that song too much.
Yeah, but
right?
it was also like over 10 years ago.
Exactly. But I imagine for someone like your mom who just discovered the song, they'd be like, wow, this is really cool.
See, it's the reverse of another thing that happens with her a lot is I find, because, I like old music.
Yeah.
And I like that song, What the World Needs.
Yeah.
My mom said they made her sing that in school.
That's so funny.
So I like that song, but she's sort of just like,
Yeah.
Also, just other quick ones I listened to. I was listening to songs from the Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 2 soundtrack. And I was listening to Everybody's Free to Feel Good, Aquagen feat Rosala, which is a mashup of two songs, I believe. That was in the season premiere of the second season of the Venture Brothers. It's like it's like the cold open. They play the song, and it's just so good. What else? Wow, I need to update this playlist more.
I mean, it sounds like you've been listening to a lot of stuff recently, though.
Yeah, and I was also listening to a lot of stuff, I always listen to.
Sure.
I'm just going to look and see if anything interesting popped up for today.
Okay.
Just to give one last one, and then I'll stop talking about my crazy shit.
Okay.
There's one song I added to my list, but I haven't listened to it proper. I just heard it. I'm like, I have to add this to the list because it seems interesting, but I wanted to listen to a different song at a time, and that was Frankly Mr. Shankly. Do you know what that is?
Nope.
Well, frankly, I didn't finish the song. So if the song starts talking about like, and then we should round up people and put them in, I didn't know that.
Sure.
Maybe he knew that.
Maybe
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Your songs.
Well, thank you for sharing. Yes. So I've got a couple of things that I want to talk about. For one thing, Lorde just came out with a single pretty recently, and I gave it a listen. I'm a really big fan. I think that this upcoming project is going to be really interesting from her because she's kind of defined the sound of music in the 2014, 2015 era.
Love that musical.
Have you heard of the song Royals?
I did. That was her?
That's Lorde. Yes.
Oh, I probably heard the original once or twice, so I listened to the Puddles version.
Puddles version, yes.
Yeah.
It's an iconic song.
It's a great song.
It was super popular.
Where is she from?
New Zealand.
New Zealand.
She appeared on Charlie XCX's album last year, and it was really cool. And I think she's going into a little bit more of like a dance poppy, almost EDM or techno vibe. And it's really interesting. So you should check that out if you haven't already.
Yeah, okay. So apparently I am a Lorde fan.
Yeah, there you go. But she's got a lot of songs that have been very popular over the years. I don't know if you've heard of Team. That's another one that's like.
That sounds familiar, but like since you're not using words and
Right,
you're
no,
not,
I know. I don't
it's
know the
not
words.
quite clicking.
There's also Green Light, which is like, I'm searching for it, that green light, I want it. Like, I don't know
Yes.
if you ever, oh yeah?
No.
Okay. It was a Great Gatsby reference.
Oh, across the river.
Yeah, the green light.
The green light. The eyes of God.
Yep.
I like that book.
And I didn't love Lord's last project. I know Lord fans might be mad at me because I talked to a Lord fan recently who was mad at me. But, you know, it was called Solar Power, and it was a bit of a zag for her sound, and it just wasn't for me. But I'm excited. I'm excited to see this new thing. Other thing I want to talk about is I listened to Malcolm Todd's album from the start of April.
Who's Malcolm Todd?
Malcolm Todd is this like kind of R&B pop artist who's coming up through the indie scene, and he's really like on a fast climb to mainstream popularity right now.
Do you think he's
like
gonna...
he's seen a lot of success on TikTok. He's he's appeared in like big A-lister music videos as like a cameo. Like Jack Harlow, I don't know if you've heard of him, but he's a rapper. He did a music video with Doja Cat, and Malcolm Todd just appeared in the video.
I mean, obviously, if he's on the JamsCast, he's
on the JamsCast.
You know that's true.
If you're on the JamsCast, you made it. What can I say?
Just like the Brother Man Bill guy. I shouldn't say that. I still don't know if that guy's crazy or not.
Still don't know if that guy's crazy.
Yeah.
We've been too neglectful to look. Other quick things, Addison Rae came out with a single that I liked a lot. It was called Headphones On.
What else? And they made stuff I would have
Addison
heard.
Rae over the last year came out with like 3 really interesting
So they're
singles.
super new.
She's not that new, actually. She's kind of having like a renaissance. If that makes
What
sense.
would she have made I could have heard of?
Stuff I've talked about on this podcast before, like, and I played in the car.
That name's now starting to sound familiar.
Yeah. We talked about her when Steve was on the podcast, I think.
Oh, man.
And then last thing, again, Finn Wolfhard came out with another song.
Is he country?
No, this is the Stranger Things guy, the Game Grumps guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
Michael.
Yes.
From the Game
Mike
Grumps.
from Stranger Things. Mike from the
What's
Game
Stranger
Grumps.
Things?
No, I don't know.
I only remember him as he was in this one episode of Game Grumps, so they kept talking about how it's so strange he's there.
Yeah. Well, he came out with a new song. It's called Trailers After Dark, and I liked it a lot. So that about wraps it up for the Let's Talk Music portion of this. Now, I believe it is time for our music fights. And this is going to be a bit of a challenging one because, again, there's so many to pick from.
I'm a challenging guy.
But I want you to think of your favorite original song from a movie.
That is so much harder than if you said a show.
I'm aware.
But I got a few lined up, I think.
I've also got a few that I've been thinking of.
Okay. It has to be one.
It could be we're going to give honorable mentions, but start with one. Focus on one.
This is an easier task for me to do if I just say like one I really like as opposed to this is my favorite.
And you could go ahead with that.
Why So Serious from The Dark Knight.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what I'm talking about? That really high string. Did you see The Dark Knight?
Yes, I saw it a while ago.
It's like the
but
really high string, like
Yeah.
yeah. And then eventually get some drums in the background, like
yeah. I think that's a great pick.
That's not I know it's the same director as Inception, but it's not the
It's Christopher Nolan.
Yeah, but I mean it's not the same. It's not Hans Zimmer, is it?
It might be Hans Zimmer.
It kind of reminded me a bit of Hans Zimmer. In fact, now I was going to say also for if we mention more than one, I was going to say the Inception soundtrack.
Yeah,
but
Hans Zimmer could be on here many
that's
times.
like I feel like they're almost. I don't know if did he do The Dark Knight?
I'm gonna look it up, but I'm pretty sure he did.
His stuff is just like so overpowered. You know what I mean? It's like just as overpowered as Christopher Nolan is as a director.
Yeah, there's a couple of composers that just have that kind of power, and he's one of them for sure. Like Hans Zimmer has been prolific in our lifetime, and he's done everything from the Madagascar soundtrack to Inception.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding
What
you.
the fuck?
I looked this up recently.
I'm gonna leave it at
He did do Dark Knight.
why so serious?
He did do Dark
just because there's so many scenes. I used to be into the Joker, which is such a like loaded phrase, especially now.
Yeah.
But like I
That
used
is
to
a loaded phrase.
really like doing monologues in the Joker, like in high school when I was really into acting.
Yep.
I mean, I still am into acting like recreationally, but like I'd like they'd have auditions and I'd actually audition. You could choose your own monologue and I'd choose the Killing Joke, like the full comic version.
Oh, wow.
Because and they liked it.
Yeah.
They actually really liked it. And I got some really cool because it was in student.
Yeah. I've seen
led
your Joker
plays.
impression and I think it's incredible.
Yeah, I think it's a really cool character, but now as I've gotten older, it's sort of like a lot of like when I read a comic and the Joker's in it, I'm like sometimes the Joker's really cool, and then sometimes like, dude, this is so fucking stupid. Jesus, fucking.
I think he's been co-opted a little bit too, just by like
weird people.
And
to the point, but now it's not even like cool to co-opt it. Now it's just cringe.
Yeah, now it's just cringe. For a little while, it was like edgy, and now it's just like,
yeah.
Okay.
And of course, the 2019 Joker film, and the sequel. Well, we're both very good.
Steve watched
Jonkel, yeah,
Jonkel,
and you're
yeah.
I still wanted us to do it.
I'm
Okay,
I've got no direct.
did you say your song?
I've not said one
Say
yet.
one. I'm sorry, I completely stole the
Yeah,
the-
no, you didn't. I mean, we're taking
light of
turns here.
God.
And see, this is the funny thing, right? Because like, there's literally endless things that we could talk about for favorite original song for a movie. You know, like we could talk about John Williams and like the Star Wars soundtrack, the Indiana Jones soundtrack. Like, if we're going back,
Did John Williams also do the prequels?
Yes, he did.
Then shit. Well, stop. Yeah. Well, are we making?
We could talk about the Lord
Is this
of the
a
Rings
draft, or are we
soundtrack.
just
No.
talking about- Okay.
This is just a one-time thing.
Yeah.
I am gonna go newer because I think it's pretty fun.
That is. I'm very curious to see.
I'm going to go with technically a movie you haven't seen, which is Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh, because I've seen
I'm
the
picking
sequel.
Sunflower,
I haven't.
and I think it's just an incredible song.
Yeah, everyone shits on that. I always say like, "Oh, I haven't seen that movie," and everyone's like, "What the fuck?" But the thing,
I am everyone. I am one of those
I don't
people.
see movies alone. I don't. I watch shows alone, but like a movie, it feels more of a commitment. This sounds fucking insane. That's why I'm scared of ping pong.
No, I get it. There's also, can I give you a little more underrated pick? It's an older movie. I actually don't even entirely think I'm sure about the movie. I think it's The Graduate. I'll correct it right here if it's not
Is
The
that
Graduate.
the one about like the old lady trying to
Maybe.
fuck the college
It
graduate?
might be. And
Mrs. Robinson.
Hello,
Mrs.
you're right.
Robbins.
That's Mrs. Robinson.
Yeah, what were you thinking?
There's a movie where it's Whitney Houston's "I Will Always Love You," and I don't remember which movie it is.
Yeah, I don't think that's the Graduate.
I don't think it's The Graduate. The Graduate's Mrs. Robinson.
That song.
Which is another great pick for this.
Yeah, I love that song. I completely forgot that was.
I thought about songs
I would have
from,
said that.
I thought about songs from the Black Panther soundtrack. I thought about things from the Shang-Chi soundtrack.
I'm gonna put that back into my rotation.
Oh, yeah.
because I'm not gonna remember otherwise.
You rotated all up in there, K-High.
Yeah, man, I'm a rotator.
He's a rotator.
Hey, Mrs. Robinson, Jesus loves you more than you can know.
Oh. That was the Monkees.
What?
Wasn't that the Monkees who sang that?
Miss Robinson?
Yeah, I
no, it's
remember.
Simon and Garfunkel.
Oh, fuck. I'm mixing it up.
That's a me
Right,
thing,
because we
man.
talked about this. That's not as extreme as you. The Monkees sound very similar.
Post Malone made Miss Robinson.
Damn it.
Don't you remember in the movie when then it starts playing, "You didn't have to cut me"?
All right. Well, that about covers it for music fights, unless you have any other things to mention here. Because there's so many.
The Monsters Inc. theme.
Any Pixar theme, the Up theme.
There really is a lot, actually. I thought this would be harder than it was.
No, if
The
anything,
Incredibles theme.
the issue's just that thing just kept coming up.
The
you know?
Spider-Man 2 theme.
Yeah.
The Spider-Man 1 theme.
There you go. So
The Spider-Man 3.
on that note, let's get into our next segments.
Mm-hmm.
At the time of recording and at the time of release, it is just about May, right? And we're coming up on Memorial Day, right? And we're also coming up on the 4th of July, you know, and we live in the United States of America.
Dude, you just freaking doxed us.
I don't know if you knew that.
Now they're going to, you know, attack the entirety of the United States of America to get to us.
So what we are going to do is draft songs that are about the United States.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Should we take it in a nice direction?
We could get as critical as we want to.
That's hard.
There's some really critical United States songs out there.
Okay, so we're drafting. You know what? I'm going to go in every direction. I'm going to go up, down, left, right.
You better.
Okay, who goes first?
You went first for the first two segments, so I'll go first for this one. And the reason I brought this up is because last Sunday I went to a flea market, right, with a couple of family members.
Yeah.
And when I was there, I was looking through some vinyl records, and I saw a record that I loved that was only $5, but you know, my sister got it before I could get it. And the record, which is the song that I'm going to talk about, is Born in the USA by Bruce Springsteen. I don't know if you've heard the song. It's like, born in the USA, I was.
Yeah, that's not, so yeah, I think I've heard that. I haven't like listened to it recreationally, but I've heard it.
Yeah. I love Bruce Springsteen. I don't know if I've had a chance to talk about Springsteen, but who's
the guy that sang It's a Wonderful World? That's Bruce something, right?
Nah, isn't that Louis Armstrong?
It is Louis Armstrong.
So okay, let me talk about Bruce Springsteen for a moment. Okay, hi. I think Bruce Springsteen is one of like the greatest rock musicians of all time, and this song, a lot of people don't know that, but is actually a critique of U.S. military policy. I think about maybe the Vietnam War, if I'm not mistaken.
I bet you Donald Trump has gone up on stage to that song.
And
has he?
He definitely has, and it's definitely been ironic.
Right? Or someone has.
Yeah, because people don't listen to the song. But it's incredible song, incredible protest song, and I think that it's about what it means to be an American. If you haven't listened to it, you should definitely check it out because I think it's essential listening.
I am gonna put sorry.
So that's my pick. Yes, go ahead.
I am gonna put some positive ones.
We can do that. That's cool.
I want to do because I do like America, guys.
Most of the time,
I like the country. As shitty as things get,
yes.
I still will like the country unless
I think that's perfectly reasonable.
It gets really bad.
Right. You know,
there's a point where I'll have to, you know, but we'll get to that.
Yeah.
We'll get to American Idiot by Green Day.
Oh, I think that's a great pick.
Wanna be, yeah, I mean, except for the slur.
Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah. Talk a bit more about American Idiot.
I listened to that when I was a real little kid, and then there was also a parody song called Canadian Idiot, although I don't remember how it went. And I just love Green Day. Was Green Day new when we were like really, really little?
They might have been slightly before us. But then they were popular when we were very little.
I remember there was a karaoke machine I had, like, you know, those ones they get for kids. And it had Boulevard of Broken Dreams on it.
Oh, yeah.
And that was how I was experiencing that for the first time. And it was so cool.
Yeah. We've done a Green Day cover on this channel, and I would love to do more because that was one of our first, like...
Was it Boulevard?
No, it was Wake Me Up When September Ends.
Dude, we got to do Boulevard.
I would love to do that. We got to get Miguel in for that, too. Because you know he'd want a guitar for that.
And now it's nearly summer. It is. The shadows are going to be more impressive.
Yep.
Is that a weird thing to say?
It's fine.
My shadow. If we're going to film a video for it, I mean.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah. Good song. Good song.
Yeah. American Idiot is a great song. Green Day is a great band.
Yeah.
So you actually gave me an idea for a second pick because I was kind of going to go in a negative direction again. Mm-hmm. But I was like, you know what? I should throw a positive one in here too. So I'm going to go with a newer one. It is All American Bitch by Olivia Rodrigo.
How's that go?
I don't know if you've heard the song, and the lyrics are pretty funny for me to sing.
Okay.
Because it's like, I fuck him, then I forget. I know my age and I act like it. I do what you can't exist. I'm a perfect all-American bitch.
That sounds good.
It's
I like
a good
that.
song. Olivia Rodrigo is like an incredible artist. I think that she's one of my favorite pop artists right now, because she also kind of forays into rock a little bit. And, you know, pop right now is not very rock focused. It's very disco, and it's kind of gone in like a very like cleaner direction, and that's not a bad thing necessarily, but I think that Olivia is bringing something to modern pop music that just not a lot of artists are doing right now.
Which direction would you say she's going?
A little grungier, a little more rock, a little more like a Paramore type of artist, right? I think that there's just a lot of interesting things that she's doing right now that not a lot of people are doing right now. And I think that this song, it's just such a fun song. Like it's very defiant. It's very like self-assured and confident, and I kind of feel like it is what it means to be American in many ways. Like just that mindset is real, and I think that it's a great song, truthfully. So now for your second pick.
America, fuck yeah. Going around to save the motherfucking day.
America, fuck yeah.
I mean, I like that song.
That's a fun song.
From, of course, the film. It's the one with the dolls.
I don't actually remember.
It's maybe about the South Park people.
I know. I don't remember.
Something like American something Force USA or whatever.
I know. Again, it's lost on me. But talk about the song a little bit.
I remember it being in like a PewDiePie video.
Yeah.
I forgot what it was.
That's real. We're dating ourselves.
Yeah, and it was like.
Shout out to PewDiePie.
Shout out. He's okay now.
Yeah.
He had a few things, but he's mostly good.
He's mostly good.
Compared to a lot of the rest.
He's a father now.
That is so weird. And he lives in Japan.
Miguel is like the biggest PewDiePie fan that I know, by the way. I don't know
What?
if you knew. Yes,
What?
actually. You're missing some crucial Miguel lore here. Like, I've never met a bigger PewDiePie fan than
It's so weird.
Miguel.
He's never mentioned it.
Well, I guess once he like moved to Japan and had a child and kind of started doing his own thing.
Oh my God. Does that mean
his
his child's Japanese?
You know, that's an interesting question.
at Japan?
I guess the answer is yes. Because if you're raised in Japan...
Does Japan have birthright citizenship? I assume it does.
I don't know. I don't know the rules. Well, regardless,
Yeah.
that's a funny origin for hearing that.
I forgot what it was in too, but it was
It was just
he put
popular.
it
It
in
was
an
everywhere.
appropriate moment.
I feel like so many people said just like America, fuck
You know,
yeah.
people didn't even know who did it.
I didn't even know who did it, really.
God, the fucking that movie though is too much. I can't handle it.
No, I get it. So I'm gonna take over and give another kind of critique song, and I felt like I had to mention it. It is "This Is America," Childish Gambino.
Oh, that's a good one.
It's a good one.
I like the part where he has no shirt on. He's going like,
yeah, it's an iconic music video, iconic song, and we talked about it recently when we were talking about our like songs of the years list, and it's just it hasn't like left my brain, you know, like it's a song that I think about every once in a while. It's a music video that I think about every once in a while, and I think that it, for its time and even to this day, is a little too relevant, you know.
I like when he says, "This is America."
Yeah,
it's also the only part I remember, which is not good. I need to listen to the whole song and video. I remember my friend in high school being like, "Yo, check this out." You just see him like, and I'm like, "Oh man, that's great."
Yeah, yeah. It came out when we were in high school, didn't it?
I think so.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm struggling. I'm trying to think of maybe can you actually help me out?
I can actually help you out. I have, because my next one might be a Kanye one. I'm worried.
Which era?
Very early Kanye.
That's different.
Yeah. So
it was okay then. It was cool then. Was it cool then?
Was what cool?
To like Kanye in the very early era?
Yes, it was cool
He
to
didn't
like
come
Kanye
right
back
out of the
then.
womb being like, yo, guys,
No.
want to hear my opinion?
This was like around the time he did like the Taylor Swift thing.
This
I don't
like-
know if you've
okay,
heard
that
about
was still cool. That
It was still fine. It was still
it's like,
fine.
oh man, who's this? This guy's a crazy guy. I love him. And now it's like, this guy's a crazy guy.
Yeah.
What was I
so
saying?
we'll get to my song in a moment, I
I'm
guess.
trying to choose one from the Hamilton soundtrack.
Oh, I feel like that's fine. I don't think it has to be directly mentioning America to be about America.
Yeah, but it shouldn't be. It should be about like more than one of the players.
Yeah.
And it's kind of maybe Guns and Ships.
That could work.
One where they go Lafayette.
I also think of like, I am not going to miss my shot. I'm not
Or even
gonna
in the
miss
intro
my
song,
shot.
because it's very much about the
I
American.
think the intro song is the one that I think
It's
of.
very much about the American dream.
Yes.
And I'm one of those people that really likes this to get political. Who really likes the Statue of Liberty as a symbol of America?
Yeah. That is political now, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, but like I really think this country is founded on immigration.
Yeah.
And the fact Hamilton, out of all of them, was the founding father who was an immigrant, is a big deal, and I'm pretty sure that's part of why they chose to make that musical about him. And I
think that is my favorite
think
Lin-Manuel Miranda project too. Hamilton.
I don't know much of his other stuff.
We could talk about that
But
offline.
just really quick, I want to say, like, coming here with nothing, and building up something. A lot of people don't even like, they manage to make opportunities for their kids when they come here, but they don't necessarily, like they live here, but they're. I'm sorry, I'm kind of like.
I get what you're saying. Though.
Yeah, so I just really like that song, that musical.
It represents the ideal of the American dream.
The only issue with music, like things like that, like biopics, said it right, in general, even though I was like, it's a musical or whatever, is it's not like you should double check anything you hear.
Yes, you absolutely should. Yes.
Yeah.
I think that it was still a very good.
I love it.
Representation.
It's a great.
A very tasteful representation.
I only saw it on the Disney Plus film.
I also saw it on the Disney Plus film. I never got to see it in person.
I saw it. Actually, a friend of mine was streaming it to me, and we did a watch party.
Oh, that's fun. That's fun. Okay.
Shout out that guy. I don't know. I don't think he'd want me to say his name. I don't know, but
shout out
him
guy.
out.
We'll shout him out. So my next song, I'm going to mention the Kanye one. It's called American Boy.
Is that like American Boy?
Take me on a trip. I like to go someday.
Oh, I like that song. Is that him?
That is him.
Is there a song
it's
called
him and
American
Estelle.
Girl?
There probably is. There's
I was
a lot
wondering
of
if I was mixing them up.
No, but
Isn't there a song that's like, I'm an American girl?
American boy.
No, I think I might be thinking of American Boy.
I think you are thinking of
American Boy.
Yeah, it's a fantastic song.
And
I don't know if you know this. The female singer in that song is Estelle, who went on to voice Garnet in Steven Universe.
And Garnet's the purple one?
Garnet's the pink one with
the tall one.
The tall one, yeah.
Right.
And anyway,
how does she see?
It's just.
I know, I'm fucking.
Okay.
Is that bad? Should I not have said that?
I thought it was funny.
Okay, it was funny.
So
it was fine.
Again, we do not support modern
Steven
Kanye.
Universe?
Modern Kanye. That's what I was gonna say. But we can also acknowledge that, like, hey,
no, I mean,
this is a pretty good song about America. Honestly,
I was talking with someone else about Kanye because I never hopped on the Kanye train really.
Yeah,
like I've heard his stuff, but I never really hopped on it. I was saying, like, so what was old Kanye like? Like, he was just this cool, weird guy.
Yeah, a lot of his song was about like good times and just like, and he got very nostalgic and very he touched on a lot of really interesting issues.
After South Park did the gay fish thing, he was like, you know what I'm talking about?
I do know.
And he was like, man, he actually made a post saying, like, this really made me reflect. It's like, I should probably check my ego and stuff. It's really trying to get that now.
It's too bad that things went the way they did.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in an interesting position now where I have two for my last pick. So I could give you one if you want, but I'm curious if you can think of a fourth and a fifth.
Okay, I'll think of a fourth and fifth. Yeah. Pick two.
No, so it's your turn now.
Oh, it's my turn?
Yeah.
Shit. the song American Woman, but I actually don't know the original one that much. So
American Woman?
The David Lynch version from Twin Peaks that plays with Mr. C first appears.
That's funny.
So the really slowed down reverb.
Right, the creepy
I
version.
go to work getting who I am. I don't know why I got super into that exact version of the song. Like when I first saw that season of Twin Peaks, I was listening to it while running on like a main road.
Like specifically the distorted version?
Yes, in the middle of farmland.
Okay.
In the Midwest.
Okay.
Which felt so like, dude, this is the right song because you know that song first plays when he's on like the highway or a main road or whatever.
Yes, it does.
So yeah, actually now. Okay, I
think that's a good pick, though.
I like that.
Twin Peaks is very American.
Twin Peaks. David Lynch is Americana.
Yes.
I can't think of it. Does he have any work besides like the first Dune movie doesn't take place in America?
I think it is the Dune movie.
It's very much. It's very much the America he experienced.
Yeah, it's a right what you know type of deal.
Yeah, and he does it very well. Let me think. Twin Peaks.
Yes.
It's funny because some of them are like Blue Velvet, Twin Peaks, which are like
Lost
suburbs.
Highway.
Lost Highway. But then there's like Lost Highway, Mulholland Drive.
Yes.
I still haven't finished Mulholland Drive. I started that years ago. Not yet. Like
Elephant Man, he did, right?
Yeah, but Elephant Man was a biopic.
It was, yes.
So
set in America, though, right? Or was
I think so. I think it was an American.
Okay.
But it's not one of the ones where he went like completely.
Right. Eraserhead.
I assume that was American. It starred him.
I've never watched Eraserhead.
Do you see the video that would play before Eraserhead?
No, I haven't. I've seen nothing from
These are my boys. This is Robbie, Andy, and it's a bunch of fucking Woody Woodpecker dolls. Like, this is Robbie, Andy, Carlos, Tommy, Lucas, Javen. And he said like he met these dolls because like he was driving. He just saw them all on like meat hooks outside, and he stopped by at the shop. He's like, I want them off those hooks. I want them in my car. And I can't find the quote of him saying this, but apparently he said, I eventually had to get rid of them because they were starting to get mean.
You know what's funny? When you were giving that, like, it was a great David Lynch impression, but it also reminded me of the boss from Smiling Friends.
No, really? Wait, what was his son's name?
Oh, I don't remember.
I'll just make something up. Oh, really? Jason's making too much dust.
It might have been Jason, actually. You might have nailed that.
Well, why don't you guys go and help him?
Okay, so now for my last pick. And again, I was between two, so I'll mention the other one, honorable mention. But I think I'm going fun again, and I'm going to go with Party in the USA by Miley
that's
Cyrus.
a good one.
Yeah. Again, it's just like...
That's a positive one.
It's a positive one. It's a quintessential party song. It's touching on like that feeling of like going to the big city. Again, it's kind of like an American experience and just like leaving your home for like a new opportunity. And in a weird way, it's the American dream in party form. So Miley Cyrus, incredible artist, vocalist, everything.
And it also eventually... Ignore that. It also eventually birthed Party in the CIA by
This is true, by Weird Al.
Yeah. Do I have one more?
You have one more.
I'm going to go with This Land Is Your Land. This land is my land. Did they make you sing that in elementary school too?
Yeah, they did.
I'm glad they did.
It might have been even like pre-K, honestly.
I think we were not smart enough in pre-K. I was in Snow World at that point.
Yeah, so, Snow World.
With all the snow people.
The snow people. So yeah, maybe you didn't. I think I might have done it in preschool.
But they had us do it in elementary school. So
they probably both, honestly.
Yeah.
So
this land was made for you and me.
I think we both got some pretty good lists here.
I'm feeling good about it.
I will give a couple runner-ups for me. There's a song called American Teenager by Ethel Cain. And they're like a kind of indie artist who's got this really interesting... again, this is kind of like grungy and gritty. It's really interesting. Ethel Cain's gone on to do some other stuff that just like... their music's gotten progressively more intense and like kind of scary in a fun way.
What does that mean?
The newest album was called Perverts.
Oh, that's right.
It was like
that's real scary.
It was like an ambient horror album, if that makes sense. Like it's just a bunch of scary noise. And
well, is it music?
You should listen to it. It's kind of fun. I liked it, honestly.
I'm trying to think. Does Nirvana have a song that has the word American in it?
Oh, I feel like
thinking
they must.
I thought it was American Spirit, but I realized I was thinking of Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Yeah. Well, there's also Spirit in the Sky that you could be thinking of, but that's not mentioning America either. They've got to have mentioned America in a song. It feels like they must have.
There's so many songs.
And then there's songs that mention states. Like,
yeah, there are a lot of state-focused. I was about to say that.
Yeah, like Californication.
Yeah, or Danny California.
New York State of Mind.
Wait, is Danny California? No, that's not it. By Red Hot
I think it is Danny California.
Okay, it's fine. That song's not really about. Anyways, then there's also like Country Road. I was tempted to say that, but I'm like, no, but that's West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. So it's a very specific part of the USA. So
I feel like we could have counted them, but even still, I'm glad we went broad.
I feel like the more affectionate USA songs tend to be about
the more specific ones.
Yeah, the state. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
No.
Because it's a little... Because otherwise you're like, unless you really love the government or something, right?
Yeah, there's a Mac Miller song, I think it's called Blue Slide Park, about a park in Pittsburgh, which is where he grew up. That's like really good.
Yeah. So I don't feel as bad about. At first I was kind of feeling bad, like, oh, these are all negative ones. I kind of want to throw America.
I think that's kind of the point of like music sometimes, to be critical. And we live in a country where we have freedom of speech, which is really cool.
If you talk about America as a whole, it's very different than talking about America that's your home. And that's when you talk about the states usually.
Yes. I would also say there's a couple of like kind of patriotic songs that we could have mentioned, like America the Beautiful is kind of a catchy.
I was thinking of that one actually.
Just like
the national anthem.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's some great renditions of the national anthem, honestly.
I like the one Steve did in American Dad. The American Dad theme. Good morning, USA. I'm going to have a feeling that it's going to be a wonderful day.
Do you remember My Country 'Tis of Thee? My country,
yeah, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty.
Of thee I sing. There's a lot of good music out there about America.
Pretty good. I don't know why I kept thinking of Les Mis. Do you hear? Of course, that's French.
That is not American.
Not American at all.
That's a good song.
It's a good song.
We got to do like a theater theme draft one time.
That's
next time.
I also have an idea for a challenge at some point.
I'm curious.
But I don't know if I should tell you it. I could drop it on you like usually drop it on me.
You know what? I support that.
Yeah.
I support that. All right. Well, we are about wrapping up, but first...
Sounds.
Oh,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yep, that's perfect.
Now listen to it.
Yeah. Woo. I don't like your hand gesture.
Yeah, I was like, at first I was like, this is too much. And I'm like, nah, I got to commit to it.
You got to commit to it.
Okay. That's wonderful. It's great.
Yeah.
Follow us on
everything.
The porn joke I always make.
The porn joke he always makes.
I should stop making that. It's juvenile.
I'm Jyesh. This was K-Hi. This was
new video on my channel.
Yes, you should check it out. It's up there.
I don't know. Yeah, the card.
I put it up there.
Yeah. Bye. I love you. Bye.
Bye.
It's animation.